Okay, ready? And yeah.
All right. So now Courtney's here, and we've been here about 15 minutes, and he's excited to see her, so he's doing a little sit. Easy. So he's excited to see Courtney, of course, and because that usually means, good things. So he's getting a little amped up. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm not going to pop the door open because that makes him think that his fussiness, his reactivity, has something to do with me opening the door. So this might be the first visit. We got a great spot right here. He's been able to watch all the dogs come and go and get a sense for the reactivity level of the whole crowd. Now, that's good training in itself, and I might, under normal circumstances, hush, call it a day. But Courtney's here. We're going to work with him a little bit. Sit. Hush. So this type of behavior right here is almost perfect because you're going to get this type of energy at the dog park. So what you'll do is when you open the door, you'll do it in stages. You'll unload him in stages. Instead of just letting him just pop out and do as he feels, we're going to unload him in stages. Now I'm creating a boundary, a physical boundary, as well as an emotional one for him that shows that he can't just pop out when he wants. So this is boundary training, a little bit of boundary training. So the calmer he gets, the more inclined I would be to allow him out of the car. Sit. So he's with me in the now. He's showing that he's listening. And I'm letting him look around, letting him take it all in. And this is the calmness that you want before you unload a dog. Because if you get to a dog park and you just pop the door open and the dog pops out at a reactivity level of 7, all it takes is a dog to show up with the wrong energy and you've got problems. So come on, boy. So now we'll just move slowly, and again, it's always about what energy are you transferring to the dog. I always try to project a calm leadership energy, and it works pretty well. Now, so you get to the dog park, and there's the gate. You can just go right in, but that would be a mistake. The first time you come to the dog park, you just basically let him get the vibe of what's going on here, so he can be here without actually being in the dog park. He can train without actually having to interact with other dogs. And if you've got a reactive dog, a fear reactive dog, and you take him in there, and and you've seen the people, coming in, and the dog's out in front, and they're feeling all that energy into it, and it's just this whole negative thing. And then what do? They get inside, and then they pop the leash off. And I can tell you 9 times out of 10 which dogs are going to get in a fight. It's the dog that has all that high energy. The owner just releases it into a situation where the dog hasn't decompressed and got back to being, calm and in the moment. So he's doing so great. But I also wanted to show you this, Josh. I was telling you about walking the dog, getting the dog to walk behind you. These dog parks are wonderful resources in that you can use this fence. If the dog is trying to pull in front of you, you can use this fence to keep him adjusted behind you to where he's not pulling ahead. And once you get inside here, like this one is this is empty here. It would probably be a good place to take him in. But I want to show you how we do this. That's wrong. Anyway, you use the fence on either side, you adjust to it, and you can get the dog behind you. And you can use the fence to help you teach the dog to stay behind you, that you're always out in front. So these dog parks are really good in that regard. So here's a dog coming out. Sit. Turn. Sit. Howdy.
There we go.
Good. So just let him see the dogs come and go. You don't necessarily have to go in the dog park the first time you come here. It might take several trips, but ultimately you're going to get a calmness in the dog because he's just going to get almost bored with the whole process. And when you see that boredom, just that relaxation, his shoulders drop, his energy changes, well then you've got a chance at integrating a dog into a dog park. But the worst thing you can do is think that you can take a reactive dog, a high energy dog, and release it into a dog park and expect it to act right. The dog's not going to act right. Your blood pressure is going to go through the roof. It's bad all the way around. You can come on through.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So what we do is, now we've got these little guys going through here, and so the energy is all good. His energy is good. And we've been working with him for a while, and he's not as reactive as he was. Now this, when I first got him, he would have been full-fledged out. He tried to attack my dog, and tried to attack him for a full solid, I don't know, 8 or 9 days when I first knew him. But anyway, this is how you use a dog park. It's not about getting into the dog park. It's about stages. It's about stepping. It's about preparation. It's about him reading your energy. If you're uptight when you come to a dog park and you got him and you're feeding all that tightness into the leash, all it takes is one other dog that's not adjusted and you're going to have a fight. And I don't know if you see this, but this is, this is something we all have to think about. If here in Texas, and I'm sure most states, dangerous dogs are, dogs that aren't properly socialized being released in a dog park can get you in a lot of legal troubles. So anyway, we're gonna walk him. I'm gonna go ahead and take him in here and show you how to use this fence. Normally, I don't think I would take him in here, but again, he's been working for about 5 weeks now. Totally different dog. But see, he's calm now, and that was 15 minutes out in that car, just watching everything go down. All right, so if you're having trouble keeping your dog behind you, one of the little tricks you can use are these dog parks, and it's two-pronged in that if you're coming in here and there's dogs running around, like all the dogs have gone now, but if you're coming in here and there's dogs running around, it does two things. A, it gives you the opportunity to teach him to stay with you in the moment in the training, and B, it gives you these great fences that you can keep a dog behind you until he learns to fall in. Like Hermes has learned to fall in, so this isn't training that he would necessarily need. But I'm telling you, when you've got a dog that's a puller, high energy, this is a great little technique. And that's just using this fence as you go along to keep the dog behind you. It allows you to come in here and you can hold the leash like a tail if you'd like, and that's another good technique. But you'll see that he's fallen in. He's not really pushing or fussing at it. And then when we come over here, if he was pulling, I would again just start changing the pattern, zigzagging a little bit. Sit. Hermes. Sit. Good boy. So that's it. That's the dog park, and we've got a dog coming in here. I don't know if I'll even let Hermes interact with the dog today, but he's here. He's calm. I'm calm. We're able to get the adjustment that we need as far as getting him acclimated to coming to a dog park. And this can take 3 or 4 visits. Heck, it can take 10 visits. However many visits it takes is how many it takes. So thanks a lot. Hello, boy. What do you think, Hermes? What do you think, buddy? So that was good. That was, I know that I could pop this leash off him and he'd get along fine with this dog right here. But again, we're in a training mode with him, and I want to keep him on a track that I'm very confident that he'll be successful on.